This is CBS 11 News This Morning.
Good morning. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Russ McCaskey.
And I'm Karen Borda. Right now at 6:30, police are looking for a gunman after a man was shot overnight. And investigators say this isn't the first time it's happened in the area in recent days.
Also, the great getaway as you and your loved ones gear up for Thanksgiving travel. Are you ready? The steps you need to take now to stay safe. But the big question today is, will the weather hold for your travel plans?
You can see a few showers on the radar now, but meteorologist Scott Padgett warns that is just the beginning.
Sure is just the beginning for us. Our atmosphere is changing, Russ and Karen. Good morning to both of you. Good morning, North Texas. We're now almost at 6:30 on the dot. Radar sweep is searching for rain, and I'm noticing some now down through south sides of Tarrant County, a little bit down through parts of Johnson County, also Ellis County, stretching our way down through Hill. A little bit of scattered showers are around. So your rain chance today is at 20%, not a washout. Enjoy today. Temperatures low 60s to the upper 50s are holding on. We're going to see a lot of cloud cover around, but our temperatures are going to warm up above average. Hour by hour this morning, we'll see temperatures about 59 degrees at 7, warm our way up to about 62 degrees by 10, on our way up to near the 70-degree mark. Now, this is all going to be changing, though, going through Thanksgiving. Our rain chances and storm chances go up, and Friday, it's not going to be fun. I'll talk about the timing of the colder air coming up in just a few minutes. Chelsea's here now to talk about the timing on the roadways. We doing A-OK?
No, I wish we were, Scott. Right now, we're taking a live picture from Mobile 11. This is northbound 175 over by I-45. Now, earlier this morning, a car crashed into the back of an SUV out there. It doesn't appear to be a major injury type crash. As we take a look at our TxDOT camera here, just to give you a different vantage point, we are seeing the two left lanes now able to get by. Earlier, just the far left lane was able to get by. But still, even with that improvement going into rush hour, major delays. We're in that red, orange, and yellow color for several miles. 310 is not going to be a good option because right where it would meet 175, it's going to be right in the thick of the slowdown. So what you would want to do in this case is take I-45 northbound instead, so that way you avoid the slowing. 35 east southbound at Sandy Lake, we are seeing improvement. Left lane is still blocked out there, and Dallas North Tollway seeing some debris between El Dorado Parkway and Stonebrook Parkway. I'll keep you posted on the rest coming up in a few minutes. Russ?
All right, Chelsea, thanks. The search is on this morning for a gunman who shot someone during an attempted robbery. Now one man is recovering and another is on the run. All happened in an apartment complex in Louisville. CBS 11's Elizabeth Din is there live this morning. And Liz, this isn't the only armed robbery that police are investigating this morning.
Russ, correct, and good morning to you. So the other similar case, police say, happened in the same neighborhood. To give you an idea of where we're at, we're off of Corporate Drive, not far from 35E. The other case that happened recently happened over on the east side of the city of Louisville. And this most recent one happening just last night, close to 11 o'clock late last night, when a group of people got here to this apartment complex and the suspect went up to them. According to police, the man pulled out a gun and demanded money from the four people in the car. A person in the back seat tried to grab the weapon, but during that struggle, the gun went off, shooting the driver in his back. He was treated at a hospital and is expected to be okay. Since then, Louisville police have cleared the scene. That was just a few hours ago. At one point, they even called in help from the K-9 unit, which also looked around in this area, but they were not able to find that suspect. Reporting live from Louisville, Elizabeth Din, CBS 11 News.
Liz, thank you. Nearly 4 million Texans will hit the road this week. But before you get behind the wheel, we're breaking down the things you should be thinking about. Steps you can take right now to keep the family safe on your road trip. CBS 11's Arzo Dose joins us now live from Fort Worth to explain. Arzo.
Good morning, Karen. Well, how many of us are in a rush to get out the door? Well, before you pack and head out, I've got Sergeant Lonnie Hassel with DPS here, and he says, look, just slow down, especially if you've got to maybe, make a stop at the ATM real quick?
Absolutely. Make sure you pace yourself and you know what's going on around you. Example, ATM. Just this weekend, I was behind somebody who was on the phone and completely oblivious of what was going on. It's a perfect opportunity to be a victim of a crime. So make sure you have your items ready. You have your debit card out, you're ready to go. You get in there, get your business taken care of, secure your money, and then move on.
And also, as we're traveling, a lot of us will be doing some Black Friday shopping. You were telling us about parking issues.
Absolutely. And it may be raining on Black Friday, so those premium spots up close are going to be really something to watch for. But if you're out at night, late at night, maybe Thanksgiving evening, make sure you park in a well-lit parking area. Don't park on the side of the building where there's no people, there's no cameras, there's no light. Make sure you know what's going on around you. Take a look at the parking lot before you get out of the car, and then look when you walk out of the building as well.
And this is one that should not even be said, but we've got to cover it. Drinking and driving, being on medications, drugs.
This weekend, there's going to be a whole bunch of law enforcement out across the state and across the country. I want to make sure that no one is impaired behind the wheel. Last year, we lost over 3,500 people on our roadways in Texas. Over 1,000 of those were because of impaired driving. So if you have anything to drink at all, if you're on any medication, don't get behind the wheel. Use some of the apps on the phone, call a driver, call a cab, call a friend. Do not get behind the wheel if you've had anything to drink.
All right, thanks, Sergeant Hatchell. And Sergeant Hatchell has been sharing safety steps with us all morning long. Just head to cbscfw.com for a list of those. Meantime, from us out here, happy Thanksgiving to you guys. Live in Fort Worth, Arzo Does, CBS 11 News.
Arzo, thanks. Such good advice there. All right, we are working to learn the condition of two people hospitalized after a house fire happened on Wood Oak Drive in Irving yesterday evening. We're told at least 20 pets were in the home at the time. Some did not survive. A witness alerted neighbors to the dangers as the fire burned the home next door.
The glass started popping out. You could hear stuff popping in there, and you could feel the heat when we were running up to the door.
That witness told us that there are no fire hydrants on that street, so firefighters had to go around the corner to get to a water supply. An investigation into the cause continues this morning. An apartment manager in Dallas is asking for your help this holiday weekend. 8 families at the Sierra Vista Apartments on North Haven Road lost their homes to a fire yesterday. The manager is asking for donations of clothing plus baby and toddler gear. Items can be dropped off at the complex's front office during regular business hours.
A 9-year-old Wiley boy will spend Thanksgiving in the hospital. He is in serious condition after being struck by a car this weekend at Firewheel Town Center in Garland. Jeremiah Hart was walking on the sidewalk with his mother and sister when police say a driver trying to park accidentally hit the gas. The car jumped a curb and pinned the child to the wall, shattering a leg and causing internal injuries. But his mother tells us she has reason to hope today.
When he opened his eyes to see his beautiful blue eyes, and he actually mouthed Mom. That's the best Thanksgiving and Christmas I could ever have.
Garland police say they're not pursuing charges against the 77-year-old driver. Hart's friends have raised more than $21,000 to help pay for his care. We have a link to their donation page. It's on our website, cbsdfw.com.
Tensions remain high in Chicago after an officer was charged with murdering a teenager.
16! 16! 16!
Protesters chanted 16. That's the number of bullets that hit Laquan McDonald. The 17-year-old died back in 2014, but the dash cam video of the deadly shooting was only released yesterday. Police arrested at least 2 people during last night's rally. There was some pushing and shoving, but no injuries were reported.
New this morning, don't call millennials apathetic. A new poll reveals they're practically militant when it comes to free speech protections. According to the Pew report out today, 40% of Americans between the ages of 18 and 34 reject the idea of a blanket right to free speech, and they are in favor of limiting hateful speech that's offensive to minorities. 27% of Gen Xers feel the same way, compared to 24% of baby boomers. Well, the Cowboys want your help. Coming up, their campaign to give back to North Texans this holiday season.
And growing pains in Hazlet, how Amazon is working to relieve the traffic mess it created.
Next 24 to 36 hours, we could see some travel pains because of some winter weather. Take a look at this. Winter storm watch in west sides of Oklahoma. Winter weather advisories right now in parts of Kansas. Let's take a live look right now from Denver International Airport. Yeah, those lines are starting to get a little bit more long. No huge weather delays across the nation, but we have big weather changes on the way. I'll show the timing of a cold front in a few minutes, Chelsea.
All right, thanks, Scott. Watching the roadways right now, 175 is still the slowest stretch we're looking at right now. If you're traveling northbound from I-20 up to I-45, it's going to take you a while, 32 minutes. We've got this live picture and team coverage provided by Mobile 11. We'll let you know what happened here with this crash and the alternates to help you get around. Stay with us.
6:40 on this Wednesday morning, and it's beginning to look a lot like Christmas at Hazlet's Amazon Distribution Center. Days before Black Friday, the streets around it are busy with delivery trucks waiting to pick up or drop off merchandise. Well, some say it's turned the area into a parking lot. Hazlet resident Erin Olenowski hit the record button when she saw nearly 20 trucks in a row on Westport Highway lined up to make that left turn into the facility. She says that she witnessed some drivers making dangerous moves to try to get around the congestion.
because the trucks are all backed up and you can't see because they're huge, they just go and they hope they make it.
I think it's awesome. It's one time a year. It's helpful to our community. To me, it's a sign of the economy recovering.
Now, according to the Tarrant County Sheriff's Department, there have not been any increases in accidents. In a statement, Amazon officials say that they are working closely with authorities to manage the traffic in the surrounding areas. They've even hired officers to direct traffic during shift changes.
A Dallas mechanic learned that honesty really is the best policy. Juan Ibarra found $50,000 in cash while working on a Mercedes. He handed over the money to his boss, who put it in a safe until the rightful owner came forward.
You know, everybody's just appreciated that I found the money. Money never belonged to me, so I never thought about keeping the money. So,
and for him to just immediately feel he wanted to find the rightful owner of that money was just really a great thing for us as a company.
Well, the car's owner is a bail bondsman who had just received the money from a client. He rewarded Ibarra and the dealership for their honesty.
Well, a big round of rain is moving in just in time for the long weekend. Coming up, Scott shows us who's most at risk of flooding.
Plus, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones is asking for your help this holiday season, the cause that he's bringing attention to this morning.
Coming up, a night of protests in Chicago after video was released of an officer shooting a teen. We're outside the police department with the latest. Plus, tired of shrinking airline seats? Why the government may take action. More real news coming up on CBS This Morning, next.
It's now 6:45, and the Dallas Cowboys are teaming up once again with the Salvation Army to spread holiday cheer.
Their annual Red Kettle campaign kicks off this week, and they're asking for your help. Joining us now are representatives from the Salvation Army, Cowboys owner Jerry Jones and his daughter, Cowboys Executive Vice President Charlotte Jones Anderson. Good morning to all of you. Let's start with you, General Cox. The Salvation Army has done the Red Kettle campaign for 125 years. Why is it so important to your mission?
Well, of course, the Red Kettle is vitally important because it is one of our major fundraising events that enables us to serve over 30 million people in the USA every year. So that's one person a second. And just in the Dallas area, we're expecting to serve some 47,600 children over Christmas. And so it is vitally important, and we're grateful for the support that we have had for so many years from the Dallas Cowboys and the Jones family.
It is such a great mission. All right, Commissioner Jeffrey, what's the fundraising goal this year, and how will that money be used to help people?
Well, the fundraising goal would be to exceed what we did last year. Last year was $145 million. It would be great if we could raise $150 million. And that money is used at Christmas time and throughout the year to support the local units of the Salvation Army.
And Charlotte, I know this is a cause that's very close to your heart. We hear that the Cowboys have something special planned for this year's Thanksgiving Day game. So what can you tell us about #RedKettleReason?
Well, first of all, we are in our 19th year of our partnership with the Salvation Army. And of course, on Thanksgiving, right here on CBS, Luke Bryan will be joining us for an incredible halftime performance. And we hope that everybody will share their #RedKettleReason to let everyone know what the Salvation Army means to them and how we can help them do the most good.
I know we'll definitely do it. Jerry, why is the Salvation Army so important to the Cowboys and your family?
Well, I think that 19 years ago, Charlotte came in with the idea that if we would use the visibility of Thanksgiving Day, the celebrity of entertainers like Luke Bryan, then we could communicate with millions of people across the United States. And what better way to do it than to recognize the 3.5 million officers of the Salvation Army, the 3,500 officers, the 3.5 million volunteers, and basically say, hey, if you want to help somebody, especially at Christmas time, you put $1 in that red kettle, it'll go farther than any other way you could do it, and it all stays in Dallas. That's why the Cowboys like to be on the team with Salvation Army.
And like they say, doing the most good. Yeah. All right, thanks to all of you for joining us this morning.
Time now is 6:48. I'm going to cover some of the traffic news that we're following for you this morning. We are seeing improvement, 175. We have now 2 left lanes open traveling northbound as you're approaching I-45. Still going to see lots of brake lights as this is still working to unwind. A car crashed into the back of an SUV. Not hearing of any serious reported injury. but you're going to see lots of delay. I-45 is going to be a better option for you to take. It's still completely green all the way up to downtown Dallas. Hard to believe this time of morning. 35E southbound at Sandy Lake, this crash cleared. It was blocking the left lane, not an issue anymore, but if it still looks too slow for you, lots of arrows here because I like to get crazy with my arrows. Luna, Josie, or even President George Bush Turnpike can take you down southbound instead so that you avoid any slowing. Dallas North Tollway southbound between El Dorado Parkway and Stonebrook Parkway, just finishing up picking some of the debris that was out there from an earlier crash. Aside from that, though, Tarrant County clear. Just that drive time is slow if you're going to be traveling northbound on 175. Lots of red. Scott?
Oh, don't like to see that. All right, this morning, 6:49, almost on the dot for us. And taking a look outside, there's AT&T Stadium. Arlington sky cam right now shows cloud cover is sticking around. And looking at the radar, we do have some scattered showers that have popped up. Some light rain is also working its way through parts of North Texas, making its way from the southwest to the northeast. So don't be surprised if you see a little bit of sprinkles, a little bit of light rain off and on through the day ahead. We're in the low 60s right now to the upper 50s, almost all of our reporting stations. Mesquite at 59. We have 59 in Kaufman and Kemp, also seeing the same story. So we're going to see these low 60s to the upper 50s warm their way up. Hour by hour, we'll see temperatures warm their way to 64 degrees by noon with a 20% chance of some light showers and south-southeast winds at 15 to 25. We're going to make it up to almost 70 degrees out in our west counties, possibly into the mid-70s to just close to 70 degrees for us here in the Metroplex, which is above the average high of 63. So scattered showers are going to be here or there. You already know, we've been talking about it all week long, that there's going to be rain working its way into North Texas going into Thanksgiving into the afternoon hours at about a 50% chance. Then that chance really starts to go up near 8 to 9 o'clock, and then a cold front's going to be approaching. Widespread rain starts to work its way on in overnight, tomorrow night into Friday morning. Cold front's going to work its way through. By tomorrow morning, still, there's going to be a lot of rain around, still temperatures in the mid-60s, but then the front pushes through. We see temperatures dropping to the upper 50s with north winds near 20 to 25 miles per hour. It's going to make it feel much colder than that. And then going into Friday night into Saturday morning, still some more rain around with that cooler air settling its way on in. So again, Thanksgiving rain chances, bounce like turkey and shake like the turkey a little bit as you take a look. It's a fun dance to do. Rain chances at 50% noon all the way through about 4 o'clock will be at 50% and then 80% by 8 o'clock. So that's your Thanksgiving Day rain chances. But then you saw that on Friday, we had those rain chances really going up to about 100% in the afternoon hours on Friday. Afternoon temperature will be 46 degrees. Here's the reason why. Slow moving upper level low is going to dive its way down to the southeast. It's cut off from the jet stream, which means it won't move quickly through parts of the southern plains. And then we're going to have tropical moisture from Hurricane Sandra work its way on up in here this weekend. So as that works its way through, the moisture content is going to be in place. But it's not going to be cold enough to see any winter precip here in North Texas. Out to the west, stretching to near Abilene, possibly on Friday night into Saturday morning, you might see that. But take a look at this. Winter storm watches have now gone into effect west sides of Oklahoma and also into the Panhandle, north sides of the Panhandle from tomorrow night and through about Saturday morning. So if you have travel plans there, the potential of maybe some of that freezing weather holding on for you, maybe that winter mix. Here comes that trough working its way through from Hurricane Sandra, pushing its way overhead. And that's why on Sunday, more rain around. How much are we talking about? 3 to 6 inches of rain, maybe some localized flooding up near the Red River, 4 to 8 inches of rain on the way. And the extended forecast shows, after that, we're going to see temperatures then back into the 50s Monday and Tuesday, and we're going to be drying out, Russ and Karen.
All right, looking forward to the dry out.
Yeah.
Oh, don't let the holiday rush put you at risk. Coming up, the items to throw in your car to stay safe on this busy holiday travel weekend.
Plus, there are new signs life is returning to normal in Belgium. How people there are moving on after days of terror raids.
Your news sprint is next. We're back in 60 seconds.
Time now, 6:53. Time to get out the door with everything you need to know today.
Our own Elizabeth Ding kicks off your CBS 11 news sprint live in Louisville.
Russ and Karen, Louisville police detectives are searching for an armed robbery suspect, and they believe he could be connected to 2 recent and similar crimes. Here's what happened just last night. Police tell us a car with 4 people inside pulled into the Edgewood Village apartments. That's when a man went up to the car, took out a gun, and demanded money from them. But a person in that car tried to take away the weapon, and during the struggle, the gun went off, shooting the driver in the back. The driver is expected to be okay, but once again, police still looking for that suspect. Live in Louisville, Elizabeth Din, CBS 11 News.
Elizabeth, thanks. Developing overseas this morning, a Russian military pilot shot down over Turkey has been rescued from Syrian rebels.
That's according to Russia's president. A Russian ambassador claims a second pilot was wounded and then killed on the ground by jihadists. Turkey shot the plane down yesterday after warning the pilots to leave its airspace. Russia's president promised serious consequences, calling Turkey terrorists' accomplices. Russia supports Syria's president in his battle against rebels. Turkey is backing the rebels.
In Brussels, students are back in school with increased security measures. Underground transportation is also slowly starting up after a 4-day-long closure. The city shut down for several days over fears of an imminent terrorist attack. Well, do your kids have cabin fever while on holiday break? Then you may want to take them to the Dallas Zoo. Today is Dollar Day. That price is good for everything from admission to hot dogs, chips, and even nectar to feed the lorikeets. The deal runs from 9 a.m. until 4 p.m. today.
And good morning, I'm Arzo Dos live in Fort Worth. Hitting the roads today, well, you won't be alone. AAA says about 3.4 million Texans will drive about 50 miles or more from home during the Thanksgiving holiday. But before you head out, make sure you check your car and fluids are good and stay with tire pressure. Also, make sure you have a road safety kit ready to go with a fire extinguisher, water, and blanket. And make sure your car seat is installed properly and loose things like a stroller, Thanksgiving leftovers you might be bringing back are secured safely. By the way, happy Thanksgiving from all of us to you. Live in Fort Worth, Arzo Dos, CBS 11 News.
All right, guys, watching the roadways right now with our TxDOT camera, you're seeing 2 left lanes are now able to get by. This is northbound 175 approaching I-45. Still really slow, though, so I-45 is going to be your best bet if you want to travel northbound and head into downtown Dallas. Aside from that, something serious that we're hearing about here, Northwest Highway and Skillman. We're sending one of our Mobile 11 photojournalists there to check it out right now, hearing reports that a person might be pinned in this crash. Right now, that live drive is on 75 traveling through Lemon Avenue, near Lemon Avenue. Right now, not tracking any major brake lights there or even in Tarrant County.
All right, thanks so much, Chelsea. 6:56, and we have a couple of little showers out there this morning. You might need your umbrella. Rain chances today sit at 20%, so not a complete washout. A couple little showers and some sprinkles are working their way through. We're in the low 60s right now across parts of the Metroplex to the upper 50s. Same story across North Texas. Cloud cover is going to be around today, hour by hour. Our temperatures will warm their way up to about 69 this afternoon with rain chances at 20% into your Thanksgiving holiday. We'll see rain chances going to 50%. To then 80%, to then 100%.
At least a little warmer today, though.
Yeah, a little warmer today. It's going to get really cold and rainy and windy on Friday.
All right, thanks, Scott.
And a quick programming note for tomorrow. CBS 11 News this morning will air from 4:30 to 6 a.m.
CBS This Morning follows at 8, and we're going to be your station for the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade.
Woo, can't wait for it. See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.